What's up, guys and girls? It's Jesse Daly here in the Caribbean. Welcome back to Daily Weather. I hold a certificate in weather forecasting from Penn State University, and I appreciate your being here on my channel throughout hurricane season. My friends, I quickly wanted to show you a very fast update about what's going on in the Atlantic Basin and also in the Eastern Pacific Basin. A couple of days ago, the National Hurricane Center was actually monitoring an area off of the southeast coast of the United States for potential development as of Thursday, June 5th. That is no longer a concern for tropical development for the next 7 days. So that is obviously some good news across the Atlantic and for our friends in the Carolinas and Florida. That being said, I do want to stress that the Climate Prediction Center is still looking at areas across the Gulf and the Western Caribbean for potential development later in June, and especially across the Eastern Pacific south of Mexico here. So, of course, we're not out of the woods, but it is good news that we are not seeing, an area highlighted off of the southeast coast of the U.S. Of course, things can change, but that is the latest as of Thursday, June 5th at 1:16 p.m. from the National Hurricane Center. Quickly, let's look at the Eastern Pacific. My friends, there's a couple areas here that I'm just going to show you here. So the National Hurricane Center, as of 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, explains that two areas of low pressure are forecast to form from a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms that are currently located several hundred miles south of southern Mexico. One low is expected to form on the east side of the elongated trough, that's the reddish area here, during the next day or so. A few hundred miles south of southern Mexico, environmental conditions appear conducive for development, and a tropical depression is likely to form over the weekend. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then over here, disturbance number 2, a second low pressure area is forecast to form on the western side of the elongated trough south of Mexico in a couple of days. So we'll watch that as well. If you are traveling to this area, the Baja Peninsula or Mexico, just keep an eye on it, and I will be sure to keep you posted as well. Last but not least, my friends, I would like to show you a run of the global forecast system and also the European model, just to keep you posted on what's happening. This was initialized at 12Z or 12 Universal Time Coordinated, which translates to 8 a.m. East Coast time on Thursday, June 5th. So we're going to take a quick look here to see what the GFS believes may happen over the next few days. We're looking ahead here into Saturday, June 7th, Sunday, June 8th. High pressure is dominating across the Atlantic, and we're getting some good breeze. And you may see breeze or see my hair, blowing in the wind. That's because we're getting some good wind for June, which is pretty crazy. So I'm just going to show you here that the GFS is still showing, a bunch of moisture down here in the Western Caribbean. Also, it does develop something off of the southern coast of Mexico, which is consistent in the previous forecast that I showed you. And around June 19th on this run, the GFS is spinning something up in the Western Caribbean and taking it into the Gulf. That has also been consistent over the last several days. It's been a little bit inconsistent in terms of where something may go if it develops, but the GFS has been pretty bullish on something developing in June in this general area in the Western Caribbean. So, of course, we'll keep a close eye on it. Interestingly, the European model, which was initialized at 00Z, 0Z Universal Time Coordinated, which that was last night, East Coast time. So the GFS, the European model is not really still in the Western Caribbean developing much of anything as we move forward into June 9th, 10th. We see some moisture across the region, and down here south of Mexico, the European model is developing. Looks like it's trying to spin something up down there, but in the Caribbean, Atlantic, high pressure is dominating, and the European model has really, over the last few days, not been super bullish on anything developing in the Atlantic Basin, which encompasses the Caribbean and the Gulf. I am here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So again, looks like we'll still be having some high pressure, some gusty winds, which is welcomed because it's getting hot down here. Me and the little dinosaur are baking outside right now, but it feels great, and I'm grateful to be in this beautiful part of the world. I'm also grateful for you watching my channel. If you'd please hit that subscribe button, I will be here throughout hurricane season, hopefully to help keep all of you safe and informed, and make sure to follow the National Hurricane Center as well. My friends, thank you for watching, and as always, I will keep an eye on the tropical skies come rain or shine.